Okay, well this is day 2, and I wanted to talk to Bob this morning about the setup here. This is a 2017 Rancher 4x4, and the mods that I had to do. I haven't done them all yet, but I wanted to show what had to be done on the foot pads. So you can see where I've had to cut the foot pads quite a bit, not too much, about 1 inch deep to get the plate in to line up with the foot and the leg. And so you can see right now that what I've got here is I've got it set a little high. I had to set the leg on the last 2 holes as high as possible to give me a measurement of the clearance. You can see that I'm going to have to cut the fender well here and along here to get the necessary clearance for the hydraulic cylinders. And so I've actually got it lifted a little bit higher. You can see right here, I don't think you can see it, I've got a little 2x4 sitting in there. It's got the leg sitting a little bit higher, just so that I could get the hydraulic cylinders into the unit, the arm here, this arm here, so that I can figure out where to cut the fender wells. Again, this is a 2017, and these are the mods. I think once I get the hydraulics cut, the other concern that is right here, where the clearance between the front bumper and the tractor arm is not much. And I'm thinking once I get the adjustments in and I can get the unit lowered a little bit, that I should be able to move that forward. If not, what I'll probably do is clamp a bumper onto the front so that as the arm comes down, it'll bump against the frame. But I haven't bolted everything together, so I've got to check the swing of the arms and make sure everything is pretty good. But the cutting of the foot pad was pretty easy. I used a really sharp knife and a hacksaw blade. I actually used a Sawzall, and it was fast but pretty wild. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. And so you can see this would have been better in my shop, but this is where we decided to start working on it. So again, it's getting there. I just got to cut the fender wells. You got to be brave about that. It's a 2017, but I bought this specifically for this Wild Hare tractor installation. I'm pretty excited about it, and I'll continue to tell you where my challenges were. I think once the fenders are cut and I've got the hydraulics in, I think that'll be it for most of the major adjustment. But this is the most important part, because this is the part that will carry most of the weight on the back end. I don't think the 3-point will be as difficult, but this is your main frame for anything that you're going to lift on the front end. And so I wanted to make sure that I kind of documented this and sent it off to Bob. Again, this is a really heavy-duty setup. It's worth it. He didn't spare any expense on the metal alloys, and so again, we're going to go ahead and get started here on cutting the fenders, and I'll show that after I've cut it. But I'm going to take my time. I want to make sure I get the cuts right. The other thing that I was really concerned about is the clearance here. And what I'll probably do is, this isn't bolted tight, neither are my feet. And so once I get that bolted tight, I'll probably move this back just slightly. I don't know what that's going to do for my clearance here, but I think once I've got this fender well cut right here, probably down to here, making sure that the whole cylinder will allow that. We'll see how this clears. But again, I'm not too concerned about it. I'm probably going to put just a rubber bumper on the front end if I don't have enough clearance there, and then go from there. Okay.